What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Let's do a little recap over our free picks yesterday. Another 3-2 day. Not happy with 3-2 days. 4-1 is the worst that I want to do, but 3-2 not terrible. Ain't good either though. So we had Booty. Booty played like Booty last night. He didn't cash anything for us. He went under his receiving yards. Then we had A-Chain go under rush and receiving yards. That one would have cashed if it wasn't for the blowout. Miami killed him, man. It wasn't close enough. They didn't even play A-Chain in the fourth quarter at all. So it's just one of those. If the game could have stayed closer, maybe he would have cashed for us. But Baker Mayfield cashed for us. Bo Nix cashed for us. Aaron Jones cashed for us. All three of those were pretty dang free, so can't complain with those at all. I got 5 more picks for you guys today. I have 3 NBA and then 2 NFL, so I wanted to kind of mix it up. I don't know what you guys want. On days like Monday and Thursday, do y'all want an NFL only video? Do you want me to split it up with NBA and NFL together? Just NBA? Y'all let me know down in the comments because it's hard for me to decide sometimes. Because I think it's a good game tonight. Chargers versus Baltimore. It's going to be competitive in my opinion. Something that you could target. I ain't gonna say there's a ton of props I love for the slate, but I do think it's a good game to target. NBA is one of those. It's the holiday week, so NBA can be a little rough on holiday weeks, but we'll see how it goes tonight. But anyways, guys, once again, let me know in the comments what y'all like. I am gonna pick a winner from yesterday's video to win a free month of VIP. If we get 150 likes in this video, I will pick a random comment down below to win a free month of VIP. So smash that like button, leave a comment down below. You do have to be subscribed to win. Let's pick our winner from yesterday's video. Winner is going to be for Call Me Mr. D. He said, let's go Ace. Send me a message, D. I appreciate the love and support, man. You've been an OG for a while, and you got yourself a free month. So anyways, guys, if you want to get all of our plays, head on over to our Patreon or our WAP. WAP is still on some BS. I know they're doing a major update today, so maybe that's why the web browser isn't working so good, but they send you to the same place, guys. They both send you to our Discord server. The Discord is absolutely free to join. There's just a paid section to get all of our plays. Even if you don't want to pay for plays, man, join our Discord. Be in the free section. Love to have you guys a part of the community. We do giveaways and stuff in there sometimes, and yeah, would love to have y'all in there. Anyways, guys, had an amazing day in VIP yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up some of these free slips, which will pop up here. As you can see that one, we got James Harden, Scotty Barnes cash for us, Bo Nix and Drake May cash for us, Brandon Aubrey and Fairburn here, a little kicker slip that we do a lot. I'll usually do a kicker slip on NFL. That one cash for us. We have Bo Nix and Jason Myers cash for us. Hubbard and Aaron Jones cash for us. I know I'm pulling up tons of slips, but there's tons of slips yesterday with cash, man. Mitchell and Pirtle cash for us yesterday. We did have 2 chalkboards that cashed as well. We had this Aaron Jones, Drake May that cashed. We had this Aaron Jones, Tommy DeVito that cashed. So lots of good slips in there yesterday in VIP. Overall, it was a good day. Our prop hit list wasn't as green as you would think based off of what we hit, but overall, really good day, man. We'd love to have y'all in there. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and jump into these free picks for today. We're gonna start with the 3 NBA, then we'll jump over to NFL. And first two NBA plays are non-goblins. Then I have 1 goblin play. And then we have 1 goblin NFL and then 1 non-goblin NFL, if that makes sense. So 2 goblins overall, 3 regular plays. I just kind of broke them up into the sports. But anyway, first play of the day. This one is for our man, PJ Washington. So I'm taking... No. Don't tell me they took him off the board just now. Okay. All right, I'm taking PJ Washington, PRA. Now looking at this, man, Dallas is still missing Luka tonight. The playing against Atlanta, it's going to be one of those good matchups where Atlanta gives up a ton of stats. Dallas gives up a decent amount of stats as well. So this one should be a pretty high-scoring game in my opinion. I'm not sure what the total is actually supposed to be, but NBA totals for me, every time I try to play totals, it ends up going to complete opposite. So I'm not even going to worry about the NBA total. I don't even think they're that accurate. So taking Dallas and Atlanta matchup, I like it a lot. 26.5 for our man PJ. I think this number is a little bit low for Luka to be out. He has been destroying this number lately, so let's go ahead and pull him up over here on OUTLIER. If you guys want a free trial of OUTLIER, I got a 7-day free trial link down in the description. Now, if you look on the season, he hasn't cashed this much at all. 4 of 12 games, averaging 22 on the season so far. If you look at his last 3 of 4 games, though, he has smashed this line. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go with games without Luka Doncic, and you can see his last 3 games without Luka, he has cashed all 3 of those, averaging 39, almost 39 PRA per game. So that was versus OKC, Denver, and Miami. Miami doesn't give up many stats. Denver doesn't give up many stats. OKC gives up middle of the pack in stats, so they give up a decent amount. But you can see, man, 121 to 119. 123 to 120, 118 to 123. Close games, man. PJ has been stepping it up. He hasn't been getting many assists, 1 assist, 3 assists, 2 assists. Not a lot. If you want to take just points and rebounds, you could do that as well. We'll see what his points and rebounds prop is actually at. So points and rebounds is sitting at 23.5. If you want to lock that in, I like that play just as much. But they do have him. Let's see what they have him projected for just assists. So they got projected at 1.5 assists. The games without Luka, he's averaging 2 assists. So either way, it's going to be about the same, man. 3 that last game. I like to play PRA just in case he does have a pop-off game where he's getting a bunch of assists. If he throws assists to Kyrie or something, and Kyrie has a really good game, then that could be something that helps us out. So I do like the PRA. I do like points and rebounds, whichever one you guys like. If you look at Atlanta, they give up 28th, 22nd, and 26th in points, rebounds, and assist stats. If you go over here, power forward, it's not quite as many. Small forward, they get up a lot. Klay Thompson, I was looking at that play too, but I don't trust Klay Thompson much either. I don't trust PJ Washington that much either. But right now, he's been killing it, man, so I'm going to give him a chance. Point guard and shooting guard, they give up middle of the pack. Center, they don't give up many. But overall, tons of stats given up by Atlanta. If you come to minutes, PJ Washington's playing 31 minutes per game on average. His last 3 had 39 and 35. His last 2 versus Denver and Miami. I'm expecting somewhere in the 30s today as well. Field goal attempts, he's averaging 10 attempts per game. 14 and 15 his last 2. If you go to the 3 without Luka, we're going to look at this too. You can see he's averaging 14 attempts. So 14, 15, 13 is 3 without Luka. He's going to put up some buckets, man. Also averaging 34 minutes a game without Luka. I like this play. If you guys want to give it a try, lock him in. I know PJ Washington is not somebody that you would normally want to bet on, but right now, dude, I think this is the time to take him, and I've got him locked in. 26.5 PRA. I'll probably buy it down a little bit on Chalkboard or Sleeper and play it there too, or Parlay play. Once again, guys, if you guys haven't signed up for one of our partnered apps, you can get a free month of VIP. Parlay play is the one that I push a lot because you can get a lot of these lines lower. They got some payout boosts. They got a payout boost for LaMelo, payout boost for McKinnon. I don't know much about hockey. Payout boost for Trae Young. Tons of payout boosts right now. So lots of value there if you want to lock it in. But PJ Washington is pick number 1 of the day, and like it a lot. So pick number 2. This is one that I want you guys to fade if Cade Cunningham plays. So looking at this now, I'm taking Beasley over 19.5 points and assists. Now, realistically, he can cash this number with Cade playing. But without Cade playing, this number becomes a lock in my opinion. So Cade Cunningham is game time decision. Detroit's playing against Toronto. This should be a competitive match. I don't think either team's going to get blew out. Now, it could happen, but I don't think they will. Beasley has been killing it without Cunningham, so let's go ahead and pull him up over here. So I am playing some of these players that you wouldn't normally take, but because their star players are out, it makes the value really, really good. So looking at Beasley, he's only cashed just 7 of 18 on the season. We're going to go over here. We're going to go with games without Cade Cunningham. His last game, well, it's only 1 game this season, but the last game, he had 22 points and assists, 31 minutes played, shot 12 field goal attempts. I like it, man. He honestly can cash it with Cade Cunningham as well. Looking at his last 10, he's cashed just 7 of his last 10. Like I said, Cunningham's only been out his last game. So looking at that, man, like, Beasley's still been playing well, man. Out of his last 7 games, cashed it 6 of 7, averaging 21 points and assists so far. Head-to-head, he cashed it 3 of his last 4 versus Toronto, and I'm pretty sure Cade played in all 3 of those, or all 4 of those games. So looking at that, man, he does have a good matchup on his hands. 2 of those he barely went over, so you do have to, could say he could have got lucky with a couple of buckets on those, man. So you also have to figure that you have to look at that too. Yeah, he shot 70% that one game where he barely went over, 53 the other, 80% this game. So looking at those shooting percentages, may not go that good tonight. So looking at that, dude, with Cade Cunningham playing, I would probably fade this, even though he can cash. If Cunningham is ruled out, lock this in as fast as possible because I think it's going to get bumped. But Malik Beasley, over 19.5 points and assists. If you look at Toronto, they give up 27th in the league, 18th in points, 15th in assists. Go to point guard and shooting guard. Point guard, they don't give up many. Shooting guard, they give up a lot. So looking at that, I like the Beasley play if Cade Cunningham sits. If Cade Cunningham plays, in case you skip through, don't play this if Cunningham plays. If Cunningham sits, play Beasley and lock it in as fast as possible because I think he's getting bumped. I know I had to repeat myself there, but some people like to skip through and just see the props, and then they see Beasley, and then tomorrow if Beasley misses because Cunningham played, then they're going to say Chalk City, and I'm telling you right now, don't play him if Cunningham plays. So pick number 2 of the day, Beasley, over 19.5 points and assists. For our third and our first Goblin, this one's not on Prizepicks. You can get it on Parlay Play and on Chalkboard, I mean. So it's going to be for Jaylen Johnson. Now, Jaylen Johnson PRA is what I'm locking in, and Johnson's PRA sits at 32.5. You can buy this down to 24.5 on parlay play and still have a double up with the regular line. So that being said, that's what I'm locking in, man, as the goblin play. So Jaylen Johnson, 24.5 PRA. Yes, the payout's like a 1.1.5, 1.2x, something like that. 1.11. Yes, the payout's really, really low on this, but what I do when I play goblins is I pair it with the regular line anyway, and I do double ups. That's just personally what I like to do. So if you came over here, for example, and you took LaMelo's regular point line, you can see this is going to be a 1.94x right out of double up. You can play it if you want. Obviously, you can get Jaylen Johnson on at 29.5, which I like as well. So I pull up Johnson over here. Prizepicks doesn't have many goblins on the board right now at all, which maybe some of y'all like that because you don't like goblins. But at 29.5, if you play that with a regular line, payout goes up to 2.5x, which you could do there as well. But Jaylen Johnson, 24.5 is what I'm going to be locking in. I'm going to play it safe on this because Trae Young is playing too, and this is one of those games where Trae Young could have a pop-off game, and Johnson doesn't get nearly as many stats. So let's go and pull up Jaylen Johnson. Not Cameron Johnson, Jaylen Johnson. We're going to go down to 24.5, then we'll look at 29.5 as well. So they're playing against Dallas. I already went over this. I think this is going to be a competitive matchup. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, especially with Luka sitting. Looking at this, Jaylen Johnson's cashed his 15 of 16 on the season. Head-to-head, he's cashed it both games versus Dallas. He hasn't cashed his original line versus Dallas once. And if he went all the way up to 32.5, he's only cashed at 10 of 16. Now, if you look at his last 10, he's cashed at 8 of 10 games. Dude has been a menace lately. Trae Young was sitting in some of these games as well. Trae Young is playing tonight. I'm pretty sure he's not game time decision. Yeah, Trae Young is ruled in. I think Trae could have one of those pop-off games versus Dallas. Trae Young has a history of playing pretty well versus Dallas, which is why this original line scares me a little bit. At 29.5, you can take it as well. He's cashed 29.5, 10 games in a row. I think he's going to get that. He's averaging 37.4 PRA in his last 10 at 29.5. So either way, you can lock it at 29.5 or 24.5. 24.5 is obviously 5 points lower. It's going to be way safer. I don't think PR or PA is any better than PRA for Jaylen Johnson because you can see a lot of these games, man, he's getting 11, 15 rebounds, 9 rebounds. The other games he's getting 10 assists, 7 assists. So he can get both rebounds and assists. If you play this and Trae Young has a pop-off game, the assist line is probably going to be well for Jaylen Johnson. That's why I'm saying take that. But anyways, I like both those lines, 29.5, 24.5. That's up to your discretion which one you want to play. But for the free picks, I'm locking in 24.5, and I like it a lot. He's playing 36 minutes a game, averages 16 field goal attempts. Should be a line that he hits pretty easily, in my opinion, at 24.5. 29.5, I think it could get a little bit sweatier, but I do think he gets 30 PRA today. So that's my opinion on that play. Lock it in if you like it. Fade it if you don't. Jaylen Johnson over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I've got him locked in. So for the next two picks, we are jumping to NFL. And NFL, we got a competitive game on our hands. Ravens versus Chargers. Like the game a lot. I think it's going to be at least entertaining to watch. But pick number one of the day for NFL is going to be Cameron Dicker. So we're going to take Dicker, the kicker. And we have him. It shouldn't be a goblin, man. This is like a 1.6.5x. It wasn't even on the board on Prizepicks a minute ago, actually. We'll type in Dicker. Yeah, see, 1.71x on Parlay Play to lock this in. Like, I guess if it's a little bit lower, let's see what Prizepicks payout actually looks like. So, I don't want to clear these. Never mind. Well, I want to clear these and put this with the regular line and see if it's a double up. I don't think I touched the field goals made on Prizepicks. I'm going to be honest with you because unless that payout is very close to original line, if you put this with a regular line and it's like a 2.75x or something, maybe you could play it on Prizepicks, but it's 1.7x on Parlay Play. And this line was not on Prizepicks a minute ago when I was doing my research, which is why I didn't even think it was going to pop up. They had him at 2.5 field goals made. They didn't have a goblin at 1.5. So I'm not considering this a goblin. It's 1.7x on Parlay Play, which is what I was locking it in on anyway. I'm going to play this on Parlay Play most likely. I need to check CHALKBOARD, see what the payout is on CHALKBOARD. Whichever one has the highest payout, that's the line I'm going to play it on. But Cam Dicker is who I'm locking in over 1.5 field goals made as pick number one. Obviously, take it the highest payout platform. Don't just lock it in on Prizepicks because it's on Prizepicks because you want to get better value. But over 1.5 field goals made, cashed at 7 of 10 games, cashed at 5 of his last 6. Playing against the Ravens, it's going to be a competitive matchup. Like I said, I think there's going to be a couple times for both teams to drive down the field and have to end up kicking a field goal. So looking at this, Cameron Dicker, looking at Baltimore, they go at 24th in 24th in the league in field goals allowed at 2.1 field goals per game. He's averaging 2.3 attempts per game as well. He had 5 versus Arizona. Dude's been killing it, man. I think he's going to get at least 2 fours tonight. If you look at length of field goal attempts, he's had several over 50-yarders. His longest field goal made average is 42. His highest one he's hit this season is 59. He had 53 last game versus Cincinnati. He can kick long field goals. I think he's going to have a chance tonight. And I got Cameron Dicker over 1.5 field goals made as pick number 4 of the day in our first NFL. And that is not a goblin play. Once again, don't think of it as that because it's 1.7x on Parlay Play. Another reason to sign up for Parlay Play if you haven't already. But that's pick number 4. Jumping into our 5th final play of the day. This one is a goblin, and it's going to be for our man Justin Herbert over 224.5 passing yards. Now, I will say I had Dobbins first over Herbert. So Justin Herbert and Dobbins, both plays I like. I had Dobbins at 39.5 rush yards, and I ended up deciding to go against the Dobbins, go with the Herbert because of the matchup. Now, if we come over here and we look at the Ravens, so we're just going to pull up Herbert. We're going to pull up his passing yards that's pass and rush yards. We'll look at this first. So if you look at pass and rush yards, Baltimore has a terrible passing defense and a really good rushing defense, which is why I decided to go with the passing yards instead of the rushing yards. That's literally the sole reason. So if you go over here to 224.5, Herbert's cashed it 5 of 10 games. He's cashed it 5 of his last 6. They throw the ball 51% of the time, so it's a coin flip whether or not they're going to throw or run the ball, obviously. I don't think Herbert's a bad quarterback at all. He threw for 297 last game versus Cincinnati, threw for 349 versus Arizona. If you look at his last 5, he's thrown for 274 on average. If you go to the last 10, he's threw for 218, and on the season, he threw for 218. So not a whole lot. His first 4 games, he struggled a little bit. Head-to-head, he went under his last game versus Baltimore, which was last season, where he had 217 passing yards. But I think he goes over tonight, man. Baltimore gives up 280 passing yards per game. I lean towards the Ravens to win, personally. That's just me. This is one of those that could be either team could win. But I lean towards the Ravens to win tonight. And that being said, I think Herbert's going to be playing from behind. And I think he's going to be throwing the ball out. I don't think this is going to be one of them where they can just run Dobbins till he's hurting and have 50 attempts. So I don't even know what I'm saying. You can just fast forward the last 10 seconds of me talking. But anyway, Justin Herbert, 224.5 passing yards. This is the last pick of the day. I do like other plays, man. I'm not saying there's only 2 NFL plays I like. I think Derrick Henry's going to have a good game. Derrick Henry's had 2 mediocre games his last 2 with barely cashing the goblin play. So I do think he's going to have a breakaway tonight. I like Lamar. I think Lamar, even though Chargers have a pretty decent passing defense, I think Lamar is going to be able to throw for 200-plus yards now. I think he's going to cash at least the Goblins. I don't know about his original line. I'm probably not going to play his original line. But just saying, man, there's other plays on the board you can play. I like these, though. Those are 2 of my favorite Goblins, or 2 of my favorite plays. That's not supposed to be a Goblin. I only said that because I saw a Goblin. But regardless, man, that's what I got locked in. So got P.J. Washington over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I got Malik Beasley only if Cade Cunningham sits. If Cade Cunningham is ruled in, do not play this play, and I would probably wait till closer to lock-in time before I lock this in. But Beasley over 19.5 points and assists. Jaylen Johnson over 24 or 29.5 PRA. I'm locking in 24.5. If you want a better payout, I think he cashes 29.5 as well. We got Cam Dicker over 1.5 field goals made. Don't play this on Prizepicks, which we'll check here in just a second. I'll tell you what the payout is. And then we got Justin Herbert over 224.5 pass yards. So we'll go ahead and look at what let's look at what Dicker's payout is on this, and I'll tell you right now if it's okay to take on Prizepicks. So if you take it with a regular line, you're getting a 2.5x. So yeah, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. 2.5x compared to, let's look at Parlay Play with a regular line here. I know I'm kind of making this video way longer than it needs to be. We'll just do 1.8x. So you're getting a 3.1x on Parlay Play compared to the 2.9x on, or 2.5x on Prizepicks. So you're getting another 0.6x value. No reason in heck to play that on Prizepicks. So anyways, those are our 5 plays, guys. I do want to give a big shout out to DGF. If you guys don't know what DGF is, it's an optimizer. It's a tool. It takes all of our plays from apps like Prizepicks and Underdog, compares it directly back to sports books, gives you this percent odds to hit, positive EV value, whichever one you want to look at, depending on what website you're on. But right now, they got Vester over 6 map 1 headshots, 59% chance to go over this, man. And they look at the way they do it, dude. You can look at where Prizepicks has it and where these other books has it. So Sleeper has it at 5.5, but the thing is, Sleeper has this at minus 200 odds to go over 5.5. So if you're looking at 6, yeah, that number is bumped, But at 200, man, minus 200, brings it up to minus 190. Like, the odds here for Vester to hit, or I don't even know if that's how you say his name, but I'm going to call him Vester. The odds for him to hit are way up there at minus 200, and it's going to be a regular payout. So that's just things you can do with DGF, man. You can look at line discrepancies. You can just tell the plays directly if you want. If it likes to play, usually this guy has a pretty good idea whether the play is good based off of odds. But do your research, man. Don't just blindly tell, in my opinion. But do like DGF. Use code ACES. You get 25% off your entire purchase, and you get our VIP for free. So anyways, guys, those are our plays of the day. Make sure you guys leave a like and comment on this video for a free chance at VIP, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video.